Okay, everybody. So welcome back. This is Ian from Mindful Marketplace. It's the 6th of November, excuse me, 2022. And this is a quick follow-up for or from the previous video on using Midjourney. Ostensibly, this is a tutorial for those of you who are creating NFTs and giving access to your content, your community, building an audience, building a brand, etc., using art. And in this case, art that's generated via AI. But this really doesn't have to be a business thing. This can be, simply a fun thing that you're doing, a creative thing that you're doing. I'm sure most of the folks in this group here, I'm about to show you how this works, but are probably not doing this for business purposes. They may be doing it for their own creative purposes. My interest, my goal, as most folks I think who are watching my content or who are part of our course community are interested in the business side of this, but it doesn't have to be that. So let's really quickly. I'll show you again in the last video. I showed you guys how to actually take existing art that you have saved, right? So this is the art that I've created for our mindfulness-based book series for kids and for teens, mental health, etc. And essentially what we did, we opened one of these images in Discord, and then we just iterated on this image and created new images, etc., that are part of this collection. But here, I'm going to actually show you how to just do it from scratch. So no, we're not opening an existing file or working with an existing piece of art that we previously created. In this case, we're just going to start from scratch. So this is the process. You go to Imagine Prompt, and then you type in whatever it is that you want to, conjure in this AI generative art sort of, style, right? So lots of our content's meditation related. So I'm going to, on the fly right now, extemporaneously, try to think of a text prompt that will be fun to create a colorful, psychedelic, meditation style image, because that's the sort of, the brand sort of flavor that we're going for here. All right. So let's say man meditating, colorful, all right, I'm just making this up on a Sunday, not caffeinated enough, not fully awake yet. I'm gonna change this to. All right, hippie woman meditating, colorful, cartoonish, satire, exaggerated features, hippie, dippy, psychedelic with oversized eyes and a large head in the style of Banksy. All right, let's see what that gives us. And this is probably not going to be great. It's the first root version. So if you go back and look at these, I mean, these were all iterations on an original image that, just kept on being refined and for the specific, target goals of my particular project, right? So, I mean, you may not find these very interesting, but for our kids related content, teens related meditative content, this is the sort of look and feel that I was going for. And, this actually, captures this really, really well. So you can see so far, I'm not going to tell you already, I don't love these images, but, I'm going to see if I can find one of these that's worth iterating on. So let's see. So it's done, right? So there's the 4 images that were given to start with. And nah, I don't really love any of these. I don't know that actually any of these I would really want to build on. So I would probably discard that, this particular set of prompts. Now, you have to remember as well that when I'm doing this generally, I'm really thinking through with a lot of care and consideration the actual prompt that I'm using prior to actually, plugging it into, Midjourney, right? So into the Midjourney Discord generator. In this case, I just made it up on the fly. Again, I'm half awake. I'm sure you can hear that. Haven't had enough coffee yet, and there's no planning involved. Generally, I'll take a much more careful, considered approach to the actual text prompt, and it really makes a significant difference, I find, in the output of the images that you're getting when you just kind of throw in randomly, just phrases like this. You get sort of shitty art like this, right? But if you actually think it through and really be methodical with respect to what you're actually trying to generate, or what you're trying to create, it can be really, really transformative. And I've had some of the art that we've created using this. Again, you can see some of the Dia de los Muertos art. That's really been quite good. I mean, some of it's been quite popular. We had a whole NFT series on this. Each of these has been individually named, and look, we've created these little characters, et cetera, around each face. I mean, you can do all of this pretty much for free, using something like Midjourney. I pay for Midjourney. You don't have to, but it's not expensive, and it really makes a huge difference in terms of the quantity of art you can create. And of course, what we're going to do with all this is turn all of this into all of these into NFTs, tokens, and then use those tokens to gate content and restrict access to our community.